Hello and welcome back to the Blade of Arkadia channel. This is a version update video. We're just going to go through the update that has just dropped in Entropia Universe. It's pretty much a universe-wide update, so I'm just going to go through the main kind of engine update and then go through each of the planet partners. So let's get the update details on screen. Okay, here we have the Entropia Universe update. So we've got added 5 new stages to Halloween Mayhem Survival event. Added new items to the Mayhem vendor. That's going to be interesting to see. I'm not on Cali at the moment, I'm on Cyrene, so I don't know what those are going to be. So hopefully we can get an idea of that at some point soon. Adjusted the prices of some items in the Mayhem vendor. So it sounds like some things have probably gone up in price. And when we talk about price in the Mayhem vendor, we're talking about tokens, the amount of tokens required to purchase things. But we'll see what happens. So there are changes: remade teleport visual effects and audio, remade profession increase effects, visuals and audio. So when you teleport, you get kind of these little rings that appear around you, and it makes a noise. And the same with the profession increase, you get like this kind of green, almost like a little Hoff animation, but it's not quite as kind of, you know, as fanfare as the Hoff, but it also makes a significant noise when that happens. So it'd be interesting to see what that's looking like now. Remade skill increase effects and visuals and audios. I feel like those are kind of the same thing, because when you get rewarded skill, it kind of gives you the same kind of animation. So probably the same thing, or maybe they're now different, I don't know. It's not going to be easy to see that one, because you have to actually go through a skill gate or get a skill gain reward or whatever to actually see that effect in action. Polished loot effect visuals. So is that you know, what the mobs look like when they're dead and you haven't looted them yet, or is it when you get a global and a Hoff? I feel like they would have said that if it was globals and Hoff, so possibly it's just what the corpses look like when they're on the floor waiting for you to loot them, but we'll see. Various particle effect optimizations. That could mean anything really. The mission tracker now has a grab area visualization visible in the UI edit mode. Okay, so you could move it around, but it wasn't obvious, and you were basically just kind of grabbing blank space when you were dragging it around. So now that should have a visible kind of grab handle, I guess. The mentoring UI has new elements. Interesting. Polished Halloween Mayhem instance, lighting and fog. Okay, Halloween Mayhem's not live yet, so I don't think we're not going to be able to see that until that goes live. Mayhem survival capture points now have a visual effect denoting their exact borders when active. Okay, so yeah, when you're told to go and capture a certain area in survival, you kind of stand in an area, but you don't know if you're fully in it or out of it, other than kind of I think there's some text, there's some maybe sound kind of cue. I think actually there's a little mission or current status kind of text that pops up when you're doing that. So I think there is some kind of cue that you're in it, but it's not as obvious as having perhaps a visible border. Now on to fixes. Corrected an issue with the hit chance of some maturities of the boss in Halloween survival, causing some of its attacks to almost always miss. Okay, that sounds like a nerf, right? Okay, so we're going to be taking more hits off the boss. Right. Message center no longer blocks inputs. That's kind of a good one. So when we had the new UI update, the message center that we can, you know, view your auction listings and get private messages from other players when you're offline and things like that, and your notes as well, your own personal notes. When that whole UI is up, you can't walk or do anything or target. It blocks a lot of input, so hopefully now that's all fixed. Message center gains focus upon opening. Okay, message center can now be closed by pressing escape. So having focus now means that if it's got focus, you can then hit escape and then it will close the window. That's good. Navigator now displays up to 8 digits. Navigator, I don't know what that is. Navigator, I'll probably have to find out what that is, what that's referring to. Interesting. Estate item points now display the maximum points available for all 3 area types. Okay, I guess that's on the estate info panel. Fix the issue where the guest list disappeared behind a black rectangle. Okay, is that for the estates then, is it? It's not clear because you can have a guest. I guess talking about guests, I guess they're talking about estates. That's what's in context here, because you can have allowed people on your vehicles and stuff as well. I wondered whether they might be referring to that as well. Re-implemented the ability to kick disciples in mentoring. Okay, so that was taken, well, it was omitted when the new UI went live, so now that's there. Other upgraded C++ toolchain and language version. Now this is that's kind of a big one, really. It's not something anyone's gonna see. Well, I mean, we might see some effects of it, I don't know, in terms of bugs or you know, the way things are implemented in the game. You know, it might surface in some way, but that's kind of huge, kind of changing the version of C++, because they would have had to mess around with a lot of you know, references and stuff to libraries, third-party libraries and all the rest of it that would need to be there to compile the game full stop. So that's kind of a big one, that, even though it doesn't really manifest itself in any real way in the game per se, but this is all part of the shaping for moving towards UE5, because a lot of work has to go into place decoupling a lot of the systems in the game from the game engine itself. You know, over time these things can kind of get intertwined, and so they need to be separated a bit more to allow for the upgrade to UE5 to go a bit more smoothly. Known issues. Planet models in space are missing and appear invisible, however they are still accessible for landing. That's kind of a problem, that one, because you do kind of have to aim in the right place, and if you can't see the planet, you're basically aiming at blank space. Hopefully they fix that soon, because that one's going to be a pain for a lot of people, I think. I mean, it's easier if you just go into the space station, assuming the space stations are still, you know, showing up in the way that they should. You just go inside the space station and use the teleporter, but you're being charged PED to use that, or you can take your chances and guess the direction you're supposed to be going in. We'll see. Okay, so I think that's everything that covers kind of the back end side of the game and the more kind of universe-wide part of the game update. So let's move on to Planet Calypso. So this one's quite light because this is mainly a planet partner update. So for Cali, we've got new cosmetic outfit blueprints. Now they have thrown some teasers on this in the Discord. There you go. So that's one of the outfits that they teased on the Discord, and here is another one. Let me get the link to that one. So I'm assuming these cosmetic blueprints are for these things. So we've got the green outfit, which actually is in keeping with the new Spina armor. So if you've got the Spina armor, this is kind of like, if you wanted to keep everything married up, this is the kind of outfit to wear. However, typically you'd want to be wearing your buffed gear, and your buffed gear, it has different colors. I mean, as you can see, if I quickly turn off the browser here, you can see I'm wearing the Regicide coat, which has buffs. I would not be taking that off when wearing Spina if I had Spina armor. So, you know, unless some of this clothing has buffs as well, that might be a different situation, but I don't know. I don't know if anyone's looted any yet. I literally logged into the game and I'm not looked at anything yet. So I'm just looking at the details on the web pages. So yeah, new cosmetic outfit blueprints. I'm assuming it's for those two. Maybe there's more on top of that. I don't know. And then there's a fix for unintended behaviors in Sector C1 instance. I'm not sure what that's pertaining to. Right, let's move on to planet Cyrene, which is the planet I'm on at the moment. So there's a lot here. A lot to go through for planet Cyrene. New additions: Halloween event instance Nightmare Nexus, which I believe has kind of nightmare nimits and some kind of Vlanwing, Halloween Vlanwing that I don't know what it's called, but I'm not sure if that's going to be accessible yet. I probably doubt it because, you know, Halloween Mayhem hasn't started yet, so we're a bit early for all of that kind of stuff. But obviously all this stuff needs to go in and be in place, ready to go for when Halloween actually turns up. A limited time event, new cosmetics shirt, texture choice, a texture choice for the cosmetic shirt, or is there new textures? I'm not sure what that really means there. Special Halloween mob maturities. So again, like I said, there's a Nightmare Nimit that I saw a sneak peek of, but the Vlanwing I don't know the full name of, but I don't know if it's just those two or whether there's some more as well. Then there's a new instance called Deeper into the Lab. Build up on your Zin rucksack into adjusted. So I'm currently working on the Zin rucksack mission right now. I've got about half of the resources to find on the mining side, and then I've got to do all 500 clicks to be able to get the Zin rucksack basic. So it's going to be interesting to see what's required to get that turned into an adjusted, but we can head over there after I've gone through all of this update stuff. New missions to complete, new maturities of Venator. Okay, was anyone asking for that? I don't know what that's all about. Maybe that's because they're in the new lab. That's probably it. They're in the new lab. Okay. New mission chain. Stabilize the unstable. Stabilize your unstable Tyrellian assassinator. If I had an unstable Tyrellian assassinator, I would definitely be trying to stabilize it. But I don't have it yet, and it's a big mission chain to actually achieve that. So it is something I'm working on, but I don't have that one yet. But we'll go and see if we can talk to the NPC, figure out what they're looking for. And maybe if we can get some idea of this, what makes it stable. At the moment, you can only use it on Cyrene, so maybe stabilizing it means that it can be used on other planets. I don't know. We'll have a look. Some missions can be started without having the unstable Tyrellian assassinator, but cannot be turned in without it. That's very interesting, because we can talk to the NPC, we can pick up the missions, make progress on them, and as soon as we do have this assassinator, we can then hand it all in one go and then turn it into a stable Tyrellian assassinator. Maybe. We'll see. New blueprint texture rewards. Ben Kiri Halloween polka dot texture blueprint, Kadaban's alien leather texture blueprint, and Hoban Statsk molten blue crystal texture blueprint. I don't know where I got the word ice from. Introducing faction paint cans. Now, we've seen an update recently to Next Island, and we've got a whole heap of new colors that are dropping on Next Island, and like literally every mob is dropping a plethora of paint, and now it looks like that's happening on Cyrene as well. Drops from faction specific mob around Cyrene. Faction specific. That's interesting. Okay, so Merfolken, Boffin, ARC stuff, Imperium, Tyrellian, Zin, Zirconian, Volt. Volt? What's Volt? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But anyway, I'm assuming Well, no, this is just for the colors. Is it going to be like missions around the colors? Because there are missions around coloring, or are there? Am I making this up? I thought there were missions around the new coloring stuff in NI, but maybe I might be wrong on that. The following missions have had the above additional blueprint rewards added. Daily texture trade, Hoban stats, repeatable. Daily texture crafting challenge, Cade Barnes. Ben's polka dot blueprint, Pleak feathers. So they're all repeatable missions. Okay, so we've got bug fixes. Mine up iridium ore, repeatable. There's a bug fix to that. I don't think I've ever found iridium. Mine up iridium ore, repeatable, is fixed with will now award correct extraction skill. Okay. Listerium infused Zintainer blueprint, repeatable. Reward preview shows correct blueprint. Utility swap refurbished heart, repeatable. Rank 8 should now be able to swap between the two utility buffs, so that's the vigorous and the speedy variants. Styrologian ore node, repeatable, should correctly be able to be repeated. The one that was bugged was not the styro one, it was the other one. Was it a Zorn container or something container? That's the one that was broken in the cave, so I'm not sure why it's saying Styrologian there. Anyway, we'll have a look. It should be possible to enter and exit the bird dome. Okay, I mean, that would be a fundamental requirement. Reclassified adventurers find a blueprint to be tool. I guess it had a different classification previously. Various text adjusted and typos corrected. Fair enough. Added missing repeatable to missions that did not have it. So if a mission was repeatable, it's now got the repeatable moniker in the name. Tweaks to help players discover crystalline fragment pseudos. Something out of the ordinaries. I'd never seen a pseudo on Cyrene. So that sounds like a balancing tweak back end. Known issue. Support weapons are not currently working properly. This is a platform issue. All Cyrene vehicles, Pig V, Spear, Lancer, Dragonfly, have default sounds. This will be addressed in a future patch. A complimentary mission for rank 5 of brown beetles to give proper mission rewards is not working correctly and will be fixed in a future VU. Rank 5 of brown beetles. I don't even know what mission that is. Maybe I've completed all of that one. I'm not sure. Some quality ratings information in the blueprint ARC is incorrect. Interesting. That is interesting because I was clicking something the other day and it was failing a lot. And it didn't seem to have, like, I'm like, you know, level whatever, right? And this blueprint was like a level 2 and yet it wasn't full on the ability. So yeah, that sounds about right. So thankfully those are now going to be showing the correct statuses. Right, so let's now look at virtual sense. So we have an update, VU 24.3. So this is more in line with, maybe not, 24.4. Okay, so they've got their own VU monikers. Okay, fair enough. So Elder Tribute daily repeatable hand-in missions. Hand-in missions unlock at each stage of the Elder Tribute missions. Currently only available on Tulan. Okay. Worshipper stage. So we can go through all of the... I'm not going to read all of this out. You can come and find, you know, the VU stuff. They should be posted on various sites like Planet Calypso forum and Discord forum and the Discord announcements section. But yeah, Worshipper stage, Initiate stage, Disciple stage, Priest stage, Lector stage, and High Priest stage. Okay. New Elder items added to the Elder Tribute Broker. Okay. So the broker now has an Elder Rage, which is a near 50 damage per second laser pistol. Interesting. It's got the EWE model. Elder Fire, 63 damage per second. That's pretty good. So both of those have got the EWE model, which is interesting because we're now going to look at the Elder Torment, and it's got a two-land model. And I'm pretty sure there's a two-land pistol that they could have modeled these on. So interesting that they went with the EWE there. Elder Torment, a laser rifle with just under 83 damage per second. That's pretty substantial. So let's have a look at this. It wants 1 PED TT and 1400 Elder Tributes. Now, these missions here reward Elder Tributes. Now, 1000 of them. Well, each one of these stages is only rewarding 1 Elder Tribute. So I don't know if this is the only source for Elder Tributes, but that means you're going to be taking some time to build up 1000 of them. Sorry, 1400 of them even. 1500, 98.4 damage per second for the Elder Splinter. And then we got some finders, or a finder. No, a couple of finders. Elder Seeker 10. Average search depth 700. 60 probes use. That's a double over normal, I think. And then we've got Elder Seeker 20, and that's triple, so that's like a DSEC L30, I believe. Or is this one like the DSEC L30? Wait, is this? I can't tell which. See, that's Prospector. Yeah, that's Prospector. Yeah, and that's Surveyor. That's the N-Matter one. So yeah, I can't remember now. I will have a look in a sec. The DSEC L30, I thought that was more like the Elder Seeker 20, but I'm not sure. Again, average search depth of about 700. But yeah, so you run these kind of these staged missions, daily repeatable. So it's going to take a few days to. So I'm guessing you unlock different stages as you progress, but it means then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6 to do per day. So that's 6 Elder Tributes a day. Or is it just a case of you've got to find resources? I'm not really sure there. I'm not really sure how that actually all works, to be honest with you. Elder Seeker 20. Okay, so Quhoff Caves. The chests have been removed from Quhoff 1 to 5. All loot will be received as the creatures are killed, and looter skills received as per normal hunting. Interesting. An insta-teleporter has been added at Guardian Village and Sweat Island, so sweaters can travel between these two locations easily. The insta-teleporter at Guardian Village is located around the corner from the TP. Oh, okay. A heal buff has been added at the Revive on Sweat Island. Okay. Kind of, in line with, what other planets have in place for this kind of stuff. Additional changes and fixes. The music on DSEC 9 should now be playing as normal, including Nobian's 2 updated tracks from last VU. Nobian is a player of the game, but has been creating music for the Virtual Sense folks, so that's really good to see. The timer for FNF taming instance has been increased to 4 hours. I don't know what that is, the FNF taming instance. Perhaps someone could comment in the chat as to what the FNF taming instance is all about. The old Karmouche Alif lab key can now be used to enter the solo taming instance. Okay, a second gate has been added for those that still own these keys. So it's something that was obviously deprecated at some point, but people have in inventory still, so they can get to use them up. Tulan revives at outposts have been moved to resolve the issue with players getting stuck at revive under the buildings. Okay, that's good. Repeatable hunting and mining tribute missions will now be automatically started if available on entry to the church. Okay. Fixed an issue which caused the dynamic event shrine at Mountain of Madness to become invisible. That would be a pain for sure. Is that something you would have to log out and back in for, or does it kill it for everyone? Fixed an issue when trying to upgrade an improved DSEC Thigh Guard F to modified. Okay, so there was a problem with the upgrade for just the female thigh guards, which is weird. Was it just just rewarding another improved? I bet that's what was going on. I don't know. The Church of the Elder Gods hand-in missions are not available. These are known issues, sorry, on DSEC 9 yet, and will be added in a future patch. Okay. Elder Seeker 10 Limited is priced incorrectly and will be enabled once fixed in a future patch. Okay. Elder Fire has a typo in the name, Eld Fire, and will be fixed in a future patch. Okay. Right, so that pretty much covers the Virtual Sense update. I feel like it's mainly a two-land thing. There is some stuff for Mountain of Madness and DSEC, but yeah, it's mainly a two-land update, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure someone will. Let's move on to Next Island. And post from Cersei here. We've got new content. Finally, the first part of the CRP quest winner is here. CRP quest winner. Okay, so I think there was a player one kind of get your mission in the game kind of thing. I might be remembering incorrectly there, so maybe that's gone live now. When Halloween gets closer, a one-time quest will be available on the second floor at Crystal Lake on Carnival Island. There will also be 4 small estates used as prizes in events. Okay, estates. And Para will return to pester players. So if you've not seen a Para, it's basically a big pumpkin. Pumpkin mob. Changes and fixes. The event areas, Spartan Training Grounds and Collision Site are working again. We will do a live test event to confirm this, of course. Sweatbot is again elevated. Not sure what the issue was there originally. Elevated? Was it sinking, or is it meant to float? I don't really know what that's all about. A big building at Sparta was removed. Sparta. Okay. Why would we be removing that building? I mean, a lot of the kind of buildings around ancient Greece aren't really used. They are merely decorative, so maybe it was causing maybe people were getting stuck in it or something. I don't know. Evridiki at Thebes now spells her name correctly. Okay. The new player spawn was moved from Paradise Landing down to the starter area. That's helpful. I think it's definitely helpful. Carnival tickets are now used again, slightly modified, as currency on Carnival Island, except for the instances on said island. Yep, okay. Why are the instances not, though? Interesting. The bar stools on Crystal Peak are now a normal amount. What does that even mean? Have they reduced the number of bar stools or increased them? I don't know. The color was changed on the Yule Dordalma liquids to separate them from the quest item that was green. Okay. Visual update. Lights were added to the heart race area and the heart port was moved. I don't know. Oh, okay. So I've seen the heart from the high mountain that's on the Carnival Island, but I wasn't. I didn't know there was a port there. So I'll probably have to look at that when I'm next over there. Some miscellaneous decorative modifications. Okay, so that pretty much covers everything for the universe that I know of. I haven't seen an update for Rocktropia. So that's not to say nothing has happened on Rocktropia, but given that Rocktropia is now under the stewardship of MindArk, I would have expected them to post something about that if that was updated. So it doesn't look like they've had an update, and I've not seen anything from Arkadia either, so we don't have an Ark update at this time. There may be some stuff there, but I don't have it to hand. Let me just quickly check the Ark forum, see if I can see anything over there. Okay, so there is a small update from Ark. I don't know why it's not on the Discord, but it should be. 4 teleporters have been added on the Arkadia moon surface. Oh, that's welcome. That is welcome. There's far too much teleporting and flying around you have to do on that moon. So glad to see we've got some new teleports there. ACA Mining Point Challenge, Hydrogen Steam Stage 6 and ACA Mining Point Challenge Crude Oil Stage 6 should be working now, so they obviously weren't. Fixed 8 coins estate names not appearing correctly. Fixed Mutation Station land area name estate and booth. Preparations for Gold Rush 2024. So we've got Gold Rush coming up. I'm not sure when that normally runs, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. And so there's a little note here to say, instead of releasing untested content, Planet Arkadia has decided to withhold the content planned for this update. This decision was made due to significant technical issues beyond Planet Arcadia's control. Okay, so I guess there's been a lot going on with other Planet partner updates, with the engine updates, that has perhaps caused issue for the Planet Arkadia dev team, so hopefully we'll see their update in a future patch coming soon. We'll have to keep an eye out for that, but yeah, not really a lot coming from there. I think that's going to be it on the main update, so let me switch back into the game and we'll go and have a look at this lab and also try and find this NPC for the Tyrellian Assassinator update and see what's required for that. Let's head over here. I assume this NPC is going to be over here, because I think when I saw a screenshot it looked like they were in this kind of deserty area. Right, that's the original guy, Hayden the Cypher. Now is this orange dot the other one, or is this just a downed Lancer or something like that? No, this is the guy, I think. Wes Steady Trigger Roberts, Stabilizer Bot. Okay, so alright, so here's the deal, pal. I can stabilize the unstable Tyrellian Assassinator with your help, of course. But you've got to show me you're loyal to this planet and help out all the factions. Kill monsters in the water, kill them in the air, kill the bad Zin, kill Merfolken, kill those dirty dusters, and kick the hell out of those mecha lupines at the snow base. Those things are the frickin' worst. Okay. Be prepared though, not all the kills will count. It'll depend on if they drop a loyalty badge. A loyalty badge? Interesting. You'll see it in your counter. Oh, I guess it's just a mission drop thing. Okay. Oh, and go see Lady Dumont, the Demure. She can help you with the ARC and Boffin faction. You do that, then come back to me. I'll do anything to stabilize my weapon. Okay. Wow. Okay. So we've got the faction loyalty stuff, so we can work towards this before even having the unstable Tyrellian Assassinator. That's good. Hello and welcome to what was once the delightful city of Quan. How can I help you today? Can I see the weapon stats? Yes, that's what we want. So this is the stable Tyrellian Assassinator as opposed to the unstable. 144 DPS, that's crazy. It's got pretty high level requirement as well. It wants you to be... it maxes at 140, so sorry, it maxes at 150. The requirement is 140, so your SIB is from 140 to 150. Min damage 90, max damage 180 for 48 per minute. I mean, that's and 110 range. That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. This item was gifted by the Tyrellians to someone of great potential. After undergoing an unnatural amount of blood, sweat, guts, tears, and overcoming many difficult obstacles, this gun has traversed space and time. I think that's the standard text for the unstable Tyrellian Assassinator. But I don't know. 94% efficiency as well. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like, everyone's going to be all over trying to get these assassinators now. The question is can you use it? It doesn't have the text that says can only be used on Cyrene. And I think that's the whole point of... Can I see what's needed to get it? Okay, 1 unstable Tyrellian Assassinator, obvious. 1 ARC Commander's Badge. I'm wondering if you get the Commander's Badge for completing the faction loyalty. Or maybe not. 1 Malcolm Stormforge Angus's autograph. Like, how the hell are you getting this stuff? 1,000 Thunderous Gem Shards. Where are they coming from? 1 Faction Loyalty Plaque. 1 Defeated Challenger Blood. 1 Big Bird Trophy. Okay, so they've added some new stuff to the game that you need to pick up along the way, but I don't know. You'll need the following to combine everything in a refiner to stabilize it. Okay, so everything we throw in a refiner. But yeah, okay, so getting this stuff is going to be difficult. 100%. Yeah, big bird, bige birds. Not many people hunt them very often, and you have to hunt them in a group. I mean, soloing them is pretty. Yeah, I mean, maybe Messi can do it, or people like Messi and Eve, and you know, people as highly skilled as that, maybe they can solo it. But you know, I certainly can't. Anyway, I think that gives us an idea of what's required there. So. Let's talk to this guy actually, because does he give you the unstable one? Yeah, I can't get any info on the unstable right now, but possibly if I went to an auction terminal, I could see the info panel on it. Okay, I can't find it in the auction. I think because it's not tradable, maybe. That's possibly why that is. Anyway, let's head over to Zin Tucano border, and we'll have a look at this other. The Zin rucksack adjusted mission chain. Right, we're at the cave instance entrances. That's the standard corrupted library to build out the original Zin rucksack basic. Let's talk to this guy. Next to me is a direct link into... Oh, was that the teleport? That was the teleport thing, maybe. Interesting. We'll have a look. We'll see what it does. Yeah, look. We'll look at it again in a sec. There are members of my tribe already inside. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's just go into deeper into the lab version, and let's watch this animation. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't do it for me. Interesting. Okay. TT repair constructor. Okay. Interesting. Garnara Information Master and Vendor. I can give you information about Zin Rucksack Adjusted as well as a blueprint for Berlinen's task. I'd like some info. The Adjusted is a refined item that goes on your back. It's designed by the Zin to help miners, increasing skill gain and carry weight and more. It takes the following things to refine it. Zin adjusted straps, adjusted hide, adjusted bones, adjusted clasp, and a rucksack basic, plus 100 animal oil residue and 150 arc badges. Oh, this arc badges. It takes so long to build up the collection of arc badges, and then you got these missions that just taking them off you, and you need them in your inventory to be able to progress other missions like the armor mission. Anyway, let's have a look at the stats for the Adjusted. Increase rare mining finds by 4%. So now the basic was 1%. This is now up to 4%. That's a huge increase. Skill gain mining by 10%. I feel like the basic one was also 10%. The basic one was 20 kilos. This one's now 30 kilo carry capacity. So that's quite a significant step up. But we need to... I need to pay 200 animal oil residue to get the blueprint. I will get that later because I don't have any animal oil residue. I can see you've got enough know-how about surveying and to understand what is happening. Surveying? This is the hunting one, no? Okay. The Venatars on Cyrene are causing undeniable auras of dissonant resonance to the planet and affecting this area. You must destroy as many as you can. Can you do that for me? Yes, I will do that for you. So we've now got... Oh, wow. We need 11,111 points from killing Venatar. Interesting. This is to get one of the elements. I can't remember which one it is now. Okay. Adjusted mining, essence of blue crystals. So this guy wants you to find blue crystals to a certain point amount, 3,000 points. Now with the basic, it was 2,000 Zorn ore, and basically 2,000 represented 2,000 ped. So that means they want 3,000 peds worth of finds of blue crystal. That's a tedious mission right there. Zin Rucksack Adjusted crafting. You need to do crafting attempts with the new BP. I haven't got the BP yet. 2,000 attempts. That's 4 times the amount of attempts on the basic. Hidden throughout this area are nodes that you can harvest daily. They will have a chance to give you an adjusted, corrupted crafting component or styrologian or adjusted. You'll have to collect 100 of each one and turn them into me. Then I'll provide you with another component to create the rucksack. So I don't need to trade because I don't have the components. But what we'll do is we'll have a look around, see if we can find the resources, if we're not bothered by the mobs too much. So yeah, this is the new cave instance. Is that another door down there? I will have to check that out. There's a lot of red dots. These are rogues. Now, right, I'm gonna die now. Is there one here? I don't see. Oh, it's right there, look. Okay, we'll run back. So we got a whole other room here. These are lower level. But I guess those resources are going to be hidden around. Okay, so I'm just going to fly around and see if I can find these different things. What I need to do is quickly get out, heal, and then get the thing. And it didn't have anything in it. Awesome. Right. So getting 100 of these things is a little bit of a chore because you know, quite often these things don't have anything in them, and then you have to repeat. And there's a 21 or 24 hour cooldown on them. Oh, there it is. Quickly. That's an ore node. Oh, so they've swapped them around. No, it's not. Adjusted corrupted crafting component. They've named it incorrectly, I think. Anyway. The ores should look like the rocks. There we go. We've got one at this side of the room. So let's quickly go and snag that. Jump back in the Ripper. What is this all about? Aha. Here we go. Styro node. Adjusted. Great. Oh. They've changed the noise on the BGH. The noise of the BGH has changed. Wow. That wasn't in the release notes, was it? I guess it did say various effects have changed, but they didn't say audio, they just said effects. So let's go up to the upper... Oh, Looter Venator. Now this is the new one. Okay, I'm getting in my vehicle because those hit harder. I'm not wearing any armor right now. Oh, there we go. There's one. Do this quick. Nothing. Stop hurting my vehicle. There it is. Nothing again. Okay, well, I couldn't find any more just now. I get a sense that those are going to be randomized, that they're going to keep moving around, really. But we'll soon have to, well, we'll soon be able to tell, because obviously the next day when we come round, we'll be able to see if there's any others spawning in different places. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it from me. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and please share it with other Entropians if you feel like this is going to benefit them as well. That's it from me. Bye bye for now.